Yo, Alamar TV here, giving you a special edition, Alamar dedication to the artist we know as Prince, who recently passed. First of all, let me go ahead and say something before y'all say something. So, as you see right here, my face is a little swole. I had a toothache this week, but I got rid of it. So it's not hurting, but so if you notice my face looks a little puffy, yeah, it does. I was in a lot of pain this week, but I got rid of it with some natural herbs and spices, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm just on this new holistic way of life. But let's get back to the man, Prince Rogers Nelson. First of all, I thought his name was Roger Nelson. I didn't really realize it was Rogers Nelson. So that's something I learned this week. But I know a lot of people are saddened by this, including myself. Although I'm not like in tears or anything, but this was a genius who passed. And he so what I want to say, like, he was heavily influential on hip hop. I don't think y'all understand this man's influence on hip hop. Like even right now he's influential on hip hop. Like, so when I listen to Kendrick Lamar, and especially when you listen to Pimp a Butterfly and even his latest release, the Untitled EP, I hear sprinkles of Prince in there. Another person that a lot of people love, and I guarantee you if you ask him, this is one of his favorite artists. But another person who's incredible and talented and very similar to Prince, Andre 3000. Not saying he is Prince but he is very eccentric. And matter of fact, one of my favorite songs on the Love Below, She Lives in My Lap, is kind of a spinoff of the Ballad of Dorothy Parker. A lot of y'all don't know about the Ballad of Dorothy Parker. I know my boy G Biggs does, but that was a classic Prince song too. Not one of the super popular songs like Little Red Corvette, Purple Rain, When Doves Cry. All those are good too. But Ballad of Dorothy Parker was kind of remixed a little bit by Andre 3000 on She Lives in My Lap. If you listen to that on the Love Below, which Love Below is very Prince influence if you listen to it. So Prince was real big in hip hop. Like, I know he's big in R&B and pop and rock and just popular music, period. But like, you gotta understand his value in hip hop too. One of my favorite producers of all time, Black Milk out of Detroit. A lot of y'all don't know that, but Detroit has some of the greatest hip hop. But Black Milk created a thing called the Purple Tape. My homie Figs knows about that. Everybody knows about the Purple Tape that's into that 313 hip hop. But the Purple Tape was a beat tape made of all Prince beats. And this has been a while back, but he just really flipped that, did some crazy stuff with a lot of Prince samples. What else? I remember reading that Jay-Z, that was his dream collab. I remember reading that before he did Black Album. I don't think they collabed, to my knowledge. I don't think Jay-Z and Prince collabed. And it's really weird, because I know Jay-Z collabed with Michael Jackson. But I know Prince didn't work with everybody, and maybe he didn't want to work with Jay. But Prince was just felt really deeply in hip hop. And one of the reasons I think is, and this is something I want us all to take from Prince, like, dude was himself. He was authentic, and that's kind of why hip hop embraced him. Like, hip hop was all about being yourself in the beginning. Now it's on a mainstream level, people are just trying to emulate whatever else is hot on the radio right now. But hip hop in the beginning, and hip hop at its core, is about being original and just expressing yourself, just being different. And who was more different than Prince, yo? Like, who, just his whole music, and he evolved and did different music. I'm more of an earlier Prince fan, but I've learned so much about Prince. I just, researching and learning since he passed this week, but learning, like, the fact that he, him and Morris Day, I know him and Morris Day were close, but him and Morris Day were in a high school band together. And, later Prince broke off and went his own way. But, yeah, just, watch Purple Rain, which has some horrible acting. I don't care what nobody says. there was some horrible acting in Purple Rain. But that's a classic movie just because of the music. And, you know, there's some truths in there to how people didn't really take to Prince's music at first. Like he had some demos out before, you know, that first album, which I can't name. I always start with the second album for me because he came out around the time I was born. But, you know, it's just a crazy time when you look at some of the artists we're missing. And as we get older, we're going to lose artists. I think what we forget is these people are people, and people pass away. And I don't want to diminish anybody's feelings about it. Like, but when it happens, I think we're in shock because we forget that these people are people. And I think we need to remember that they are people. And remember that they are people because you're a person too. And you're not a tree, you know what I mean? Like, you're not a tree, so you can actually change the course of your life and become the next, not Prince, but the next you. You can become the next you, which nobody has ever seen before. And I think that's what we got to take from Prince, is his unlimited and unwillingness to just be and create who he was when he went to the artist, when he did New Power Generation. Like, the fact that he wrote and composed all that music, he did that. Like, that's why he's one of the most incredible talents we've ever seen. The way he rocked the Super Bowl, my homie Kobe, my homie Kobe put a Tribe Called Quest performance, or Q-Tip performance at least, where Prince came on stage. I never knew this footage existed. How real is that? How ill is that? For Prince to come on your set and be in hip hop, like, shout out to Q-Tip, man. Like, that's, you know, Q-Tip was one of those influenced by Prince as well. You can definitely listen to, like, Q-Tip's, especially his solo projects. You can hear some Prince influence. D'Angelo, who, while may not be hip-hop, he's closely tied to hip-hop. He was part of the Soul Aquarians. Jay Dilla definitely was influenced by Prince. Rest in peace to Jay Dilla, too. So just understand that while my man is gone, my man passed away, he was a trailblazer, and that's what I encourage people to be a trailblazer. So I know a lot of people got a lot of stuff to say about conspiracy theories and him buying his catalog, all this stuff. Like, just chill with that, at least for a minute. Let the man barely got both his eyes closed, and y'all shooting off with all these conspiracy theories. Like, let that man rest. Enjoy his music right now. Just play the beautiful catalog that he has and enjoy the wonderful music he left behind, because I know we're about to get a whole lot more, because I've heard there's hundreds if not thousands of songs he hasn't released. So I bet that's going to be enjoyable for all of us to finally get that. But rest in peace to Prince Rogers Nelson. It's still funny saying that, Rogers Nelson. But yeah, I'm a big Morris Day fan, Alexander O'Neal fan, so I was really big on that whole Minnesota movement, Apollonia 6, all that, man. I loved all that music. Shout out to my dad. He was one that put me onto that. My mom also has the records too, so it's just, man, let's just reflect on a wonderful life he lived and not focus on the stupid research and things like you trying to figure out, like, you know, hopefully the truth will come out about what happened to him, but that's not really important right now. What's important is we honor and cherish this legendary musician, this genius, this humanitarian, this person who kicked down doors, who, like, his music crossed over so many genres. He was just that guy, man. Like, you gotta really understand that he didn't care about what anybody thought. And let's take that kind of incentive, let's take that kind of life and say, man, what can I do with my life in honor of Prince? Like, what can I do? How can I, you know, create my When Doves Cry or Little Red Corvette? Just be, I don't know, just be free. Just be free to be yourself. That's what I take from Prince. Be free to be yourself, be determined, take risk, and just do your thing. Do your thing. So anyway, this is R. Lamar special edition. I know it's about 10 minutes long, but I want y'all to understand I was a huge Prince fan, and y'all know I love hip hop. I always talk about hip hop, but hip hop loved Prince as well. So holla at your boy, man. Thank you for watching me for 10 minutes. Some water just dropped on my head. Next time y'all see me, my face won't be as swollen. But peace and love. Love you, love hip hop, love Prince, and love just music, man.